Welcome to One Brooklyn, presented by Brooklyn Borough President Eric L. Adams. On this edition of One Brooklyn, Brooklyn Borough President Adams joins with the Prospect Park Alliance and council members Brad Lander and Mathieu Eugene for a groundbreaking ceremony for a dog run in the Kensington area in the Prospect Park Parade Grounds. With an estimated 20,000 dogs in the nearby area, Kensington was really in need of a dog run. And for years, they've been asking for one. And now, thanks to the borough president and the council members who allocated more than $400,000 in capital funding to make this project a reality, the dogs of Kensington will finally have their day and their dog run in the Prospect Park Parade Grounds.
Good morning, everybody, humans and canines alike, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Sue Donoghue, president of the Prospect Park Alliance and park administrator, and I love a press event that has dogs, this many dogs. It's a great Monday morning here in Prospect Park. I'm so happy to see all of your smiling faces and wagging tails as we break ground on an exciting new park amenity, the Kensington Dog Run. This project, as many of you know, is the result of advocacy and participation from our wonderful city officials, our local representatives, and from our ardent community of dog owners. I'd like to thank the Borough President Eric Adams and Council members Brad Lander and Dr. Mathieu Eugene for funding this project and making it possible. I'd also especially like to recognize our local dog advocacy organizations, Brooklyn FIDO and the Kensington Dog Run Association. They have been tireless in their efforts to make this new amenity a reality. And it's so exciting to have representatives from both of those organizations, both two- and four-legged, here today. Today, we will break ground on what will be a cherished destination for dogs and their owners. Alliance landscape architects and designers have created a state-of-the-art space with turf that is deodorizing and antimicrobial, thank you, Lucy. A first for a New York City park, with spaces for large and small dogs and amenities to make sure people and their pups alike can enjoy the dog run. Prospect Park is for the dogs, and this park pioneered the off-leash hours that are now enjoyed by pooches across the 5 boroughs. Today, dogs enjoy daily off-leash hours at Prospect Park, as well as access to the famously and fabulously popular Dog Beach. We're so pleased to have our local officials and representatives here to help mark this auspicious, or should I say pauspicious, occasion. And first up, I'd like to welcome and introduce our famed Brooklyn Borough Parks Commissioner and great partner, Maher, to the podium.
Hello, folks. So in parks, it's our business to make sure our dogs can do their business. So we're here in this great spot. This is a result of 3 key things: incredible community support and advocacy, awesome elected officials that come through with the funding, and a great design and management team in the Prospect Park Alliance. We're grateful for all of that. This is going to be a great space. Thank you so much.
Yay!
Thank you, Marty. I often say that what makes Prospect Park and the Prospect Park Alliance so successful and so fortunate is those great partnerships, as Marty mentioned, with our local community groups, with our local elected officials. We are so fortunate to have that support, and it is so on view here this morning. I want to welcome our great borough president, Eric Adams.
Thank you,
Eric.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much, Marty and Brad and Dr. Eugene. Can we go off script for one moment? Can our dogs come up here? This is about, come on now, bring your dogs out. You know, this is not a human park, this is a dog park. Let's bring our dogs, come on, just like fill in, you know, come on and fill in. That's right. Come on, allow them to bark, allow them to do whatever they want. You know, I just believe it is often misunderstood when we look at our pets. That's all right. Let him do his thing. It is. Our pets are extensions of our families. I was in Washington, D.C. Over the weekend speaking to 1,000 doctors, and a group of them talked about how they are telling people who are going through chronic diseases to actually go out and adopt a pet and have that pet become part of their regimen of walking, the therapy. You have individuals who take flights with dogs who are therapy dogs and cats. And so this park is so important. I really want to thank Sue and Marty because they understand that this community have been advocating for this park for such a long time. And Brad and the Councilman Eugene and I allocating close to $500,000 to make this happen. You have 20,000 dogs in this community. And it is really part of the fiber of this community. And when you use the technology, the state of art, it is also going to become an environmentally friendly dog park. We need dog parks throughout this entire city. And if a German Shepherd and a Poodle and a Cocker Spaniel or a Mutt can walk and play together, then human beings can play together no matter where they are. We can learn from them. They are teaching us how to coexist. And so when you hear the sound of laughter of a child, when you hear the skateboarders, the bicyclists, when you hear dogs barking and cats meowing, you are in a healthy, productive city. The silence of our pets and our families is a reflection that our city is not healthy. So I say bow wow to this great park. The dog days of summer has just started, and our park will make sure they continue to be here in this great community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Adams, for that, and for welcoming all these creatures, great and small, to join us up here at the podium. Next, I want to introduce another great partner of ours, an elected official, especially on this side of the park, who has been incredibly generous and dedicated to our open space here in Brooklyn. Councilmember Mathieu Eugene.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is a wonderful day, and I can tell you how excited that I am today. How happy that I am today. For somebody who was born in a beautiful island. I used to have a lot of dogs in my house, and also a lot of animals in my house. When I see, can I hold it? Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, wow. It's only, you see, that's so nice. You know, that brings me good memories. And I remember when I was in my family with 10 children, 5 brothers and 5 sisters. I used to have dogs, male and female. So you imagine how many dogs that bring. A lot. So I'm so happy to be here. And I want to take the opportunity to thank all the partners, because that couldn't be possible without all the partners over here. And this is the example of what we can do, what we work as a team. If we work as a team, as partners, we can make our park the most beautiful, attractive, area or place for everybody, not only for our constituents, but also for New Yorkers, for visitors, and also for our dogs. And that's the reason why, that's the reason why we are here today. I want to take the opportunity to thank our great partners. Number one, there's a wonderful gentleman, you all know him. He's doing a lot of things to make all our park beautiful and to keep our park, like our backyard, like, a place where everywhere we go in New York City, or in Brooklyn, I may say, we feel comfortable and we enjoy our park. Let's put our hands together for Marty, please. Our commissioner. Thank you so much, Marty. And when we talk about the Prospect Park, there's a wonderful sister. She's so wonderful. Her leadership is exemplary. And I want you to join me to thank Sue. Sue, thank you so very much. And Sue is a great partner for me, and I know she's a great partner also for the board president,
right.
for Brad, for all of us, because together we have been able to make so many changes in the Prospect Park that improve the park and that make the park a more beautiful place for everybody to enjoy. Listen, we elected officials, some of the time we do good things, and everybody applaud us. But there are other people, they are not in the front of the microphone. Those people who are maintaining the park every single day, the workers, we have to thank them also. Please put your hands together for them. The engineers and those people who work hard, who designed this park, they deserve also a big round of applause. And I want to thank also the advocacy, the tireless advocacy of the Kensington Dog Run Association. They did a wonderful job for many years. They have been advocating for this, and today it's become reality. Let's put our hands together for Lynn Raydon, the president, and also Sal Guerrero, the vice president. And there is another wonderful organization, Fellowship in the Interest of Dogs and the Owners. And I want to give her also a big round of applause as a sign of our gratitude to her. I want to thank Miss Betty Schwartz-Dolin. Thank you so much, thank you. And what can we do without our community board? You know, Sean is a great partner, you know that. She's involved in everything. Sean, thank you so very much, thank you. And I want to thank also my staff who work very hard also to make this happen. But now listen, I told you I love dogs, I love animals. Dogs, you know, they are our good friends. Good friends. And when I became the chairman of the Veterans Committee in the City Council, I saw, you know, the utility and what dogs bring to those veterans. Many of them, they are suffering from PTSD. The dog bring them the support that they need, mental support that they need. They cannot live without the dog. And also many of us, as the board president said, many people who are sick, even people who are not sick, dogs represent for them like a member of the family. And to all of you here, dog owners and dog lovers, I want to thank you for what you are doing for our dogs and for what you are doing. Put your hands together for yourself, please. And you inspire people to love dogs also. And our city is a better city. Our bowl is a better bowl with all of you because of what you are doing for your dog. And I want to take the opportunity to ask you to continue to work together with me, with Brad, with the Commissioner Marty, with Sue, and also with the board president, in order for this place to become really a wonderful place where we are going to host and organize many events, many activities for the dog to interact between each other, and also to bring together the dog owners and the dog lovers. Thank you very much to all of you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Eugene. We so appreciate your support. And of course, he is so correct that this is such a sterling example of what partnership can do and what partnership can create. So I want to then take the opportunity, last but not least, to introduce a great partner of ours here in Prospect Park for our green spaces here at Prospect Park and all across Brooklyn, Councilmember Brad Lander.
Thank you so much, Sue. It's hot, and I know everyone wants to get in the shade and get something to drink, but I want to ask you, before I celebrate the dog run, for you to join me in a more somber moment, because we're just a block from a place where we lost a neighbor just about 2 weeks ago, and everybody here, especially those of you who are out with your dogs, know how important it is to make our streets safer for everyone who uses them. And so I want us to think about Maria del Carmen Porras Hernandez, who we lost at this intersection just 2 weeks ago, and really remember her, and also, in the spirit of the joy of today, commit ourselves to do better at making this a place where everybody can walk themselves and their families and their dogs safely. thank you. It really is in that spirit that I want to celebrate what we're doing together. This is a great day for participatory budgeting in all of the spirit that we come together. You know, a thing that dogs and humans share is that we're social animals. We do things better when we're together. We have to be together. And as the borough president said, finding ways to do that across our lines of difference. You know, this location, this park, sits at the intersection of a lot of communities. It calls on us to make sure people can come together across those lines of difference. And the fact that we do it together with our dogs is pretty special. You know, this is not the first time we've had a press conference in Prospect Park together, dogs and their people. Last year we were together for the 20th anniversary of FIDO Brooklyn. Let's hear it for FIDO and their work in the park. And that was a great celebration. And the year before that, we got to celebrate the ribbon cutting of the most magnificent dog beach anywhere in the world, Dog Beach in the lake in Prospect Park. Christian Zimmerman, who designed that fantastic beach for the Prospect Park Alliance, is here, and it's his fantastic work that's going to make this the best dog run anywhere in the world as well. So you know, we've given enormous props, and rightly, to Sue and Marty, but to James and Christian and the whole Prospect Park Alliance and Parks Department staff. Let's say a big thank you to them. And then, you know, I have to, even though they've been honored, honor again the work. The way participatory budgeting works is that people work their tails off to help people see what's important. And that's not always easy to do. And it took a lot of effort for the Kensington Dog Run Association to organize, to make sure that people in all corners of both Matthew's district and my district understood how important this was and brought everybody together to show there's enormous public support, and then to be able to work with our elected officials, to work with our magnificent park to make this beautiful thing a reality, which it's beautiful to look at on paper. How much more beautiful is it going to be when we get to come back here and cut that ribbon and let these dogs run around and celebrate all together? It really will be a beautiful day. Thank you guys all so much for being here for it. And we've got 4 members of Team Lander out here today. A lot of you know Shahana Hanif, a Kensington neighbor and somebody who's worked hard to help make this happen. And some of you might not know, but we've just, after many years, Catherine Zanell is moving on to a great new job, but she and Eleanor are so thrilled to be here as your neighbors, and this has also been a super important project to them. So say thank you to Shahana, to Catherine, and to Eleanor. It's wonderful to be here to celebrate. I can't wait till we can come back and open it up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brad, and thank you for recognizing, and I do also want to echo that sentiment, our great team at the Alliance who work so hard on all these, not only all these projects, but our visitor services and our budget, and I want to recognize our maintenance and operations team. This time of year is so busy. It's hot, there's so many people using the park, which we love and we want, but the impacts are significant, and everyone works really hard to make sure this park continues to be a beautiful oasis and respite. So thank you to all of the Alliance and Prospect Park team for all your hard work. Now is the exciting part. We get to formally break ground, so please join me at the pile over here, and we're gonna break ground on this great new.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Guys.
It's okay.